Is there anything else you want to pass on to people that you have to kind of learn or master that they really need to focus on?
Well, the biggest thing I think is that trading is actually very simple. Profitable trading is actually very simple. Notice I didn't say it was easy, but it is simple because there are two things. You have to have a positive expectancy system, which I think most traders probably understand how to work out the expectancy for their trading system. You need the win rate, the average winner, and the average loser, and you can work out your expectancy. And the other thing you need to do is you need to execute it, which is you. So there's you and there's the system. Now, what happens typically is that traders can find valuable, profitable, positive expectancy systems, but they're unable to find those a method for focusing on execution and making sure that their psychology is correct. And so that's why, the game thing that I shared with you, that's very valuable. Also, the other thing that's interesting is that we have these subconscious beliefs and subconscious thoughts that we're not really aware of. The advertisers that advertise to you are aware of them, and they are used. When I was in graduate school, they had us teach courses in psychology because it's cheaper to have a graduate student teach it than to have a professor, obviously. And so my favorite week of the year for the introductory to psychology course was when we talked about subliminal advertising, and we showed all these examples, and it blows people away. Well, you can actually use that to your advantage. And if you have the trading system down, right, and it's working for you, and it's a positive expectancy system, and in all likelihood it's probably going to continue in the future. You never know for sure, right, what's going to happen in the future, but you think it's going to. It's very simple. It doesn't have too many moving parts. It's probably robust enough to work in the future. Well, if that's the case and you're not making money, then it has to be the second piece, which is you. And this is very common. All of us have these subconscious beliefs. So what I would say is look at what these are. And here's a simple way to find out. What is your subconscious belief? How is this possibly working against your trading? Go someplace where you can just sit down on a bench. It would be really great if you could do this like near like a Ferrari dealership, or if you're in Los Angeles, you can go down to Rodeo Drive and do this, or something like that. But someplace where you're going to run into some wealthy people. And what I would encourage you to do is just to sit down there and watch as people walk by, and listen to your inner voice. Listen to what you're saying about those other people that you don't know who they are. They're a blank slate. And what you're doing is you're projecting your thoughts about yourself onto other people. So if you, for example, see the guy walk out of the Ferrari dealership and say, oh, wow, I wonder how many guys he had to screw to make enough money to buy a Ferrari. What that's saying is that you think that people who have money have to screw someone over to make money, right? That's your subconscious belief, right? So you have to work against, you have to overcome that challenge. That's a challenge for you, a belief that you hold about wealthy people. So these are the sorts of things that people, I think, don't think about. They think everything is about the system. All the books, all the courses, everything is about the system. But the other really important piece is you. And if you don't get you right, then you can run into some really difficult things. Like if you have a trading system, it makes money, but you keep making the same mistake. You keep moving the stop too far away to give the trade more room, or you keep taking profit too early, even though you know what the system is and what you should be doing. That's a subconscious belief, which is changing the way that you execute your strategy. So there are ways that you can overcome subconscious beliefs like that. A really simple one is just to call your local hypnotherapist. Now they're usually going to talk to people who want to quit smoking and people who want to lose weight. That's the most likely person that they have. But if you call your local hypnotherapist and you tell them, look, this is my trading issue, this is what's been going on, and I would like to fix this. I keep taking profits too early, right? For example, you can go to your hypnotherapist and they can do a session for you. Oftentimes they can record it for you, so you get the recording and then you can listen to it every day. You can also go to your hypnotherapist and say, look, I think I have these real issues about wealth and accumulating money, and so I would like to overcome this issue. Well, let's say you've done the park bench experiment and you found that this is the case, right? It's pretty common. So you go and do that. You go and do your hypnotherapy session. You get the recording and you listen to it every night before you go to sleep. This is a really easy way to start putting really positive subconscious beliefs into your mind. And I think that's something that a lot of traders don't look at until, they've been doing this a long time. So that's another thing that I would suggest.
That's really interesting. And I didn't see any link between trading and hypnotherapist, but that seems really convincing. So I like it.
Yeah. I know I actually know a lot of traders, at least 3 off the top of my head, that are students of mine that are also like certified hypnotherapists, which is like crazy, right? But yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen how much even like traders in institution can have their own coach or psychologist or whatever to help them get on the right track. And that's
Absolutely.
that explains everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just a performance sport. I mean, trading is just a performance sport like tennis or golf or whatever. That's all it really is. Again, it comes down to, execution, just sticking to the process. As you know, as you've discovered yourself, it's all about the process and the results. The results. It's random. If you have a bad trade, this is the thing I like to tell people. Like, I ask people, I say, what's the reason why that last trade lost money? What are the reasons? And then everyone, we write all the reasons up on the whiteboard or whatever, right? Well, really, there should only be one reason, and the reason is bad luck. Okay? If a trade loses money, it should just be bad luck. If you've executed the strategy, right, as you should, then some are winners, some are losers, and this one ends up in the bad luck loser category. That's it. There should be no other reason other than that. So there's no reason to fix your strategy. There's no reason to adjust your trading system because the last trade or the last 7 trades were losers. There really isn't. It should just be a run of bad luck. That's it. Now, if it's not, then that means it's you, and you got to work on you. But really, the reason for any losing trade should be simple: bad luck.